What is supramentalization and how does it help an individual in their everyday lives?
Supramentalization is a student who has studied more has more anxiety, if you have observed.
Yes.
A student who has not prepared well is very relaxed.
Yes.
The body is powered by the mind. The mind has a higher functioning called subconscious mind. But what is powering all this? It is your awareness and your inner conviction within you that will help you experience better or more productiveness in life.
Welcome. First question, first off, which large number of people have always been asking, what is supramentalization and how does it help an individual in their everyday lives?
Supramentalization is a state of being where people can experience enhanced productivity, efficiency, and cognitive enhancements in their life. Now, how exactly? I want you to understand mind functioning and a vehicle's functioning, because vehicle is designed to run, mind is designed to run. The better it runs, the better productivity happens out of it. But what happens is, to run the vehicle, you need to first put down your brakes and then press the accelerator, only then the vehicle goes move forward. For the creativity or the capabilities to manifest better in our life, we need to first release our own mental blocks or mental conditionings or inner resistance. Now, whenever we try to do something, the first thing, what people will think, how will I be able to do it, or how will I complete it, will it be good, there's so many questions that actually work as a brake in the productivity of the mind's functioning. Because mind has a very beautiful habit of checking its own self every time. You are your own best critique if you believe, and if you do not believe, you are your ultimate critic. If you consciously allow to believe that, then you are your best critic. But if you don't consciously allow it, you are the ultimate critic, because people who are not consciously criticizing themselves, they actually end up criticizing themselves or questioning in their mind, will it happen? The anxiety. A person who feels he is good has more anxiety. A student who has studied more has more anxiety, if you have observed.
Yes.
A student who has not prepared well is very relaxed.
Yes.
And a student who has done excellent hard work or very long hours of study, that fellow is very nervous before the exam.
Absolutely.
And he also feels, I forgot everything. Mind, if you are not consciously allowing, then it's the ultimate critic. And this ultimate critic, when you are living with your own ultimate critic, your productivity or performance naturally falls down.
How can an individual recognize this particular state of his own mind or her own mind?
That's exactly where. See, mind is its own critic. If you are aware of it, you are a good critic for yourself. But if you are not aware, your mind is your own ultimate critic, where continuously it bombards you with questions. That's what we have understood. Now, how to be or more productive, or how to overcome this? The only thing that is very important is understand one thing. While the checks and balances are very important, it is your awareness and your inner conviction within you that will help you experience better or more productiveness in life. Now, if you are a student, you have studied very well, but then just before the examinations, you will feel as if you forgot everything, or what will I know? You are nervous. At that time, a centered conviction within yourself that you are a good student and you have done your job, you will do it, is very important to help this extra critic mind to not lead you into nervousness. Ability to be centered within yourself. That's where supramentalization comes in. Remember, mind is the fundamental functioning vehicle of the body. Only when the mind is there, the body functions. Okay. Now, beyond that, is your own fundamental existence. We exist, and so we have a mind. I want you to understand one thing. The body is powered by the mind. The mind has a higher functioning called subconscious mind. But what is powering all this? What is powering all this? That is what it is always said, life. Life, the liveliness within you is powering your mind and your subconscious mind is running your body, and so thereby everything is taken care of in your system. Now even if you feel hungry, if you want to eat food, something within you have to tell your mind, I am hungry, I want to eat food. Yeah. Now what is powering this mind? The liveliness, the life. Supramentalization. Above the mind is always life. Above the mind is always life, the liveliness, the prana within you. The more you are concentrated or your awareness experiences your own life, liveliness, your existence, mind is automatically centered and balanced within its own self.
How can, as an individual, you are an yogi, but as an ordinary individual, like all our viewers, how can they train their own individual mind to attain that state of efficiency and productivity?
A mind that has created a problem cannot solve its own self. A person who is scared of something, now he will tell himself a million times, I am not scared. Next time this happens to me, I will not be scared, I will not be scared. But again, when it happens, he will be scared. Oh, you understand? You cannot train yourself, because training yourself is telling your own self that I will not do this. Or creating a process or a procedure so that you help your mind. Now, example, you are scared of snakes. Now you will tell, I am not scared of snakes. I am not scared of snakes. And then next time you see the snake, again you will be scared. Now you create a procedure. You create a toy snake and then try to touch it. And then you create a model and you try to hold it from the back. You train yourself. Then there is a possibility that you will not be that very scared after a great training. Then you will go to non-poisonous snakes and try to hold them. Clearly study what is non-poisonous. You be involved. It takes a lot of time for the mind to convince its own self that I am not scared of snakes. For a person, for example, for a person who is scared of heights. Am I clear with you? Now the moment he goes on to a height, he is scared. Or a person who is, the moment he goes on to public speaking before a crowd, he is scared, nervous. Now I am not nervous, I am not nervous. It's not. Then how do they train? They go before a mirror and then try to. First you have to, the advice is, convince yourself that you can talk.
That's exactly, Guruji. How can I as an individual convince myself to do that?
You can convince, now in the mirror, now if you are scared of public speaking, what is the best advice people give? Go before a mirror and speak.
Yes.
See yourself and speak.
Yes.
Now what is happening here? You are aware that you are speaking. Now when somebody is scared of public speaking. Why? Because their mind is questioning them. Can I speak? Can I deliver? Can I talk? Can I connect? That's the question. Now, when you are looking at yourself in the mirror, you are feeling, I'm talking. Now that slow conviction is happening,
yes,
that I'm talking. Then they say, now talk to one person. Then talk to two persons, and then few persons, and then slowly move from there. In the same fashion, now you need to be aware of your own self, your own mind, and your own being. First, as you train yourself to be aware of your own being, then your mind will automatically be centered. Now, if that is not happening, like a person who is scared of public speaking, first he has to convince himself that I am talking. It doesn't matter what is the content. He can fail, he can blabber, but still he has to talk something before the mirror. Talking something, watching yourself do something gives your mind conviction. In the same fashion, When you be centered within your own being, when you experience consciously you being in your own center, in your own being, mind automatically aligns because that builds conviction.